Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. If you've got a water softener that looks like this and it's getting old and maybe your water isn't as soft as it once was, I'm going to show you a trick that I just learned that can hopefully make this as good as new. So the way it was explained to me is this cylinder in here is full of resin beads, and your water passes through this and it collects all the iron and calcium and minerals out of your hard water. Over time, the resin beads get too much of the hard water deposits left behind and they're not able to take any more out. So that is when your softener will recharge. So what happens is it mixes up a saltwater solution and runs it through the beads and tries to flush all the garbage out of them. And over time, it's not able to get them as clean as they used to be. When it starts out after the recharge, resin beads won't be clean and your water won't be softened as good as it was. So what we're going to do is mix up a solution of this iron out. You can get this at most home improvement stores. It's actually a rust stain remover, and it is for water softeners too. And what we're going to do is mix up 1/2 of a cup of this powder along with 1/2 gallon of water, which I have done in this bottle here. I need to add some more water, but you can see it foams up a little bit. It did foam up a bunch, and it's emitting a bunch of gas when you're doing it, so you're not going to want to have it sealed. So what I did is I put 1/2 cup in, put some water in, let it react out some, shake it up. Then I put more water in and another 1/2 cup. So what I'm going to do next is fill this the rest of the way up with water, mix it up really good, and try to get all of the powder dissolved in the water. And then after I do that, I'm going to pour it in. So here's my solution all mixed up here. And all I'm going to do is open this up. This is the brine, I think they call it the brine well or brine something. And this is the tube here with the numbers on the side of it for your salt level. So we're just going to pour our solution in here. Put the lid back on. And then all we have to do now is hit the recharge button. But some other things you might want to look at if you're having problems with yours is right in the lid on mine, it shows you how to clean the nozzle and venturi, and that can get some buildup on it. So I just did this on mine, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was a little dirty. So we clean this up, and you're going to want to check for a salt bridge here. If your salt isn't loose like that, sometimes what it does is that as it gets wet, it'll harden and make a bridge, and there will be no salt under it. And so you won't be getting any salt in to running through your resin beads. It'll just be on top. So it's important to let your salt level drop down and then fill it up, and let it drop down to like 1 or 2 and then fill it up. So what we do is wait until it'll hold 3 bags of the 40-pound bags and then fill it up. So we let it drop down and fill up. So we haven't had any problems with salt bridging yet. We just had possibly a little bit with this, but it wasn't even that bad. but I'm guessing that my resin beads are just old and I hadn't cleaned them out. So once we get this hopefully operating good again, we're going to do this probably every 6 months or every year. We're going to use the iron out, and hopefully this will last us for a lot of years to come. So now all I'm going to do is start a recharge. And then when it's done doing the recharge, it should be hopefully a lot cleaner and working a lot better.